Hello, beautiful people. It is Dr. Stephanie, and I want to talk about a great topic. How are you going to win if you refuse to play the game? Now, I know Lauryn Hill says, how you going to win if you ain't right within? But I'm asking a bit of a deeper question. How are you going to win if you refuse to play the game? This is something that has been coming up a lot with me and my coaching clients over the past few months. A lot of people want to win, but they refuse to play the game. Some of us are sitting on the sidelines of life, business, relationships. We're just watching, critiquing, wishing. But here's the truth. You cannot win if you don't step onto the court. And I know there are good reasons why many of us don't want to play the game or are afraid of playing the game. Maybe you've been told, or you've told yourself, well, I don't do politics, right? You've heard that before. I don't do politics. Or I don't want to play the game. I want to be real. I want to be honest. Or I refuse to change who I am just to fit into some system out there. I get it. You value integrity and authenticity, and so do I. Staying true to yourself is important to you, and it is for me too. But hear me out. Playing the game does not mean selling your soul. It means understanding the rules so that you can bend, break, and redefine them on your own terms. I know we like to say we don't do politics, but everything in life is politics, whether you're in academics, whether you're corporate, whether you're working a job or in a trade, there's still politics. So if you want to stay true to yourself but not miss out, the first thing is to know the rules. Every system has a structure. Learn how things work, whether it's corporate, entrepreneurship, social dynamics, so that you can navigate that structure with wisdom and not frustration. Number two, master your energy. I'm a core energy coach, so I'm always talking about energy. But your energy is your power. I even believe it's your superpower. Lead with confidence and not desperation. Influence, not force. People can feel your vibration before you even speak. They know whether or not you're authentic. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about energy, but I want to give you the third point so you have all three up front. The game is only toxic if you let it be. Create your own lane. Shift the culture from the inside. Lead by example. The most powerful people in the world don't avoid the game, they shift it. So, what I would like for you to do is stop sitting on the sidelines. Are you ready to step into your power? The game is being played whether you play it or not. Whether you're in it or not, it's still being played. It's just a determination whether it's going to be played with or without you. But when you step in with integrity and authenticity and high consciousness, you don't just play the game, you change it. And this shows up in so many different ways. So I want to talk about how you can shift from avoiding the game to winning on your own terms. And that's what I'm going to discuss all month long. So if you're ready to play the game and stop standing on the sidelines, I want you to put a fire emoji in the comments below. Now, when I talk about playing the game, let me just make it plain. Playing the game shows up in so many different forms. I even have had this discussion with my 17-year-old who was doing recruiting because he wanted to play lacrosse in college. And he's walking around campuses talking to coaches with an attitude. I don't want to play the game. Okay, I get it. You don't want to play the game. But do you want to play college lacrosse? Because if you want to play college lacrosse, then this is how it is done. These are the rules to this game. But you do have control over how you play it. How do you show up? Do you show up in your own authenticity, in your own integrity? There are going to be things that are being done in the game that you decide to play that you don't agree with. You don't have to do those things. You can do it your own way. Ultimately, life is a game that humans created with rules that we created. And so if humans created this game and they created the rules, you're also human. You can create your own game and you can create your own rules. And so when you look at the chessboard of your life and you think about what rules you want to set to that game, just realize that there's games within games. And so within your own game, there's another game being played. But you ultimately have control over how you interact and how you engage. And just remember, it's not that serious. It really is just a game. So once you understand the rules, then you can bend them to your liking, break them or change them, or play by them if they're harmless rules. But you want to move in integrity and show up with your own authenticity. Be truthful, be honest. Because if we're really being honest, sometimes the reason we don't want to play the game is because we don't want to be seen and we don't want to be vulnerable. We do not want to lay all of our cards on the table and have people see what we're holding. We just want to keep it close to the vest. That's not going to work if you want to step into your power and if you want to do great things and have an impact on the world. The way I see this come up most often is when it comes to people that I'm coaching who are trying to find a job. And they're very hesitant to call people that they know or call in favors because they feel like it's cheating. Well, I just want to get this position on my own merit. That's very honorable, but that's not how the game is played. Most of it is going to be who you know, and a small part is going to be what you know. I know that's very disappointing to hear. It's disappointing for me to say, but that's how it is. And if we refuse to acknowledge the rules of the game, then we will always be on the outside looking in. But we're needed on the inside. So call up those people at your law school, at your medical school, at your alma mater. Talk to your friends, ask them who they know at the companies that you want interviews at. And yes, let them put in a good word for you. Yes, go to the alumni directory and make cold calls to alumni saying, hey, I see that you work at X, Y, and Z company. I'm doing this. I'm interested in getting a position. I would love your help. Yes, it means being vulnerable and putting your cards out there. But the alternative is putting in 1,000 applications, getting 10 interviews, and still not getting the job because the system is rigged, right? The system is rigged. But we don't have to look at it that is evil or that is malicious. We can shift our energy to a highly conscious level where we're able to see the win-win. We can decide that we're not playing any game where it's a I win, you lose. We're only playing games where I win and you win too. And if you don't win, I'm not going to win. That's how we play our game. And we're playing that bigger game, remember, on our chessboard. And these other things are just smaller games being played within our game. And when we shift our mindset and decide that we're going to be in the game, everything changes. So I'm excited for you to get in the game, to step on the court, and to start living your life in your power and achieving all of the dreams. All right? Take care.